Hello there. It's a very quiet weather story across Europe at the moment. There's a deep area of low pressure just to the south of Greenland, and that is producing some pretty windy and wet weather across the far north of the UK, and gradually that will move its way into Scandinavia as well. So here it's unsettled, but elsewhere there's a good deal of fine, dry weather around. Maybe one or two showers perhaps into Sardinia, but not amounting to too much through the latter stages of the weekend. In fact, the Mediterranean is fine, settled and sunny, as you can see, across Turkey, many of the Greek Isles, mainland Greece, across to Spain. So one or two showers into Sicily, perhaps through Sunday afternoon. We've got some heat continuing across Iberia. That is then going to stretch its way steadily northward. So temperatures in Paris, high 20s, and that warmth is expected to push its way across England and Wales in the United Kingdom as well. So on Monday, again, that settled theme of weather is set to continue. We've still got a feed of wetter weather into the far north of the UK and affecting Scandinavia, but a good deal of dry, sunny and increasingly warm weather through the course of Monday and potentially into Tuesday. So you can see temperatures into the high 20s, possibly 30 degrees, cooling off considerably though by the end of the week. Across Eastern Europe, we keep that dry, settled theme. A few showers, yes, or longer spells of rain into Moscow, but some plenty of sunshine and warmth to go with it. Hello there. Plenty to talk about in North America at the moment. Let's first of all start with the pressure chart, which is showing an area of low pressure moving through the Great Lakes. That's going to bring some heavy rain, but we need to draw your attention to this. Tropical Depression 19, which is going to bring some heavy rain across Florida through the weekend. That will gradually move its way northeast through the Gulf of Mexico as well. I'll come back to the East Coast in just a moment. Let's focus on the West Coast, where we've seen those devastating wildfires just recently. They've been exacerbated by easterly winds, very warm, dry air that's just helped to fuel those fires. Now, the winds are changing to more of a westerly direction over the next few days, and that's going to help lower those temperatures a touch as well. So a little glimmer of good news here as the temperatures ease down and the wind's not quite as strong. And believe it or not, those temperatures in Phoenix, Arizona, down on where they have been just recently. Now, across the eastern seaboard, it's a different story. It's dry, settled. We've got an easterly breeze here, a good deal of sunshine, but not as warm, really, as it has been. We're also picking up some pretty intense showers across parts of Tennessee, stretching down through the Mississippi Valley. And there is Tropical Depression 19. It brings some heavy, thundery downpours across Florida through the weekend. So Miami stays pretty unsettled, it has to be said. New York, sunshine by Monday. Hello there. Forecast for Central Asia coming up shortly. But first of all, let's take a look at the satellite picture across South Asia, and you can see the shower cloud quite clearly, with the heaviest of the rain over the next few days along the west coast and also stretching up into northeastern states of India as well. So Andhra Pradesh seeing some very heavy downpours, Maharashtra, Mumbai in particular seeing some very wet weather, drier in Pakistan than it has been of late, and across the far north of India we'll see a good deal of dry weather as well. Let's move to Central Asia. We'll come back to that in just a moment. A good deal of dry, settled weather here too. And in fact, in Kazakhstan, temperatures a few degrees up on where they have been just recently. We're seeing lots of sunshine further south, and quite clearly over towards Afghanistan and Pakistan, there's a good deal of dry weather continuing. There's that rain stretching down into Mumbai, across that Kerala coastline, also into Andhra Pradesh as well. Don't forget the brighter greens and yellows denoting the intensity of that rainfall. So there will be a few showers across the Himalayas and into Bangladesh, but not as heavy or as widespread as they have been. Here's our city forecast for the next 5 days. Plenty of showers continue into Mumbai and also into Sri Lanka. But as for Pakistan as well, I said it was going to be a little bit quieter. So that means a good deal of dry weather for Karachi into the week. Hello there. Let's take a look at the forecast for Africa, where the heavy flooding rains are still set to continue across central Western Africa. Even by their standards, this is the wet season. It has been pretty excessive. And you can see on the satellite picture and then into the forecast track of the rain, the Gulf of Guinea out towards the Ivory coastline are going to be the worst affected areas. So perhaps the heavy rain that we saw in Niger and Burkina Faso, not quite as extreme as it has been over the last few days. Now, further south of that, we've got weak weather front chance just brushing to the south of Cape Town, and that's going to have an impact in the feel of the weather, with temperatures easing to 15 degrees on Sunday, but the heat is set to return as we go through the week. Let's take a look though across North Africa, where it's the fine, settled, consistent story. As you can see, good deal of sunshine and a good deal of warmth to go with it as well over the next 5 days. Let's take a look at the Middle East now. It's a similar story, really. A good deal of dry weather. Temperatures slightly above the average, really, for the time of year. High 40s likely into Iraq, mid 40s for Kuwait as well. Again, dry, settled and sunny, light winds as well, so visibility shouldn't be an issue as we go through the next few days. And it does look as though this story is going to be set to continue. No surprises here for the middle of September. It's a consistent theme, temperatures peaking perhaps into the low 40s. Hello there. An update on Mexico, Central America and the Caribbean coming up shortly, with plenty to talk about, it has to be said. First of all, let's start off with a satellite picture of South America, quite clearly showing a front pushing into southern Chile, one moving out of northern Argentina into Uruguay, and we've got some sharper showers further north of that. So that's going to be the story over the next few days. So let's take a look at Venezuela and Colombia. Heavier showers here. We are picking up one or two down into Bolivia, but for Brazil, it's largely quiet, not as wet as it can be at this time of year. And in fact, temperatures above the average as well. Here's that wetter weather pushing out of northern Argentina into Uruguay. South of that, it's a little bit cooler, with temperatures perhaps into the low teens here. The story for the next few days shows some wet weather pushing into Brazil. That will have an impact on the feel of the weather, but temperatures bouncing straight back up through the latter stages of the week. Some sharper showers expected into Mexico, above average rainfall expected over the next few days. The same too into Central America. Some heavy rain all tied into a tropical depression across Florida. That just could impact Cuba. We need to keep a close eye on Paulette, that looks likely to push towards Bermuda through Monday. We'll keep you updated on that one. So yes, plenty of showers over the next few days, perhaps a slightly drier story for Kingston as we go through the week. Hello there. A forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly. But first of all, let's take a look at the satellite picture across Asia. You can see the shower clouds developing, particularly across parts of Borneo and the southern Philippines. Further north of that, there is a slice of sunshine across northern parts of China, but we are going to continue to see some pretty unsettled weather affecting Japan over the next few days, with some wet and windy weather sweeping its way steadily northeast, potentially being replaced by yet more to come. But northern China, fine with some sunshine. Down to the south, we could have a few sharp showers into Hong Kong. Still temperatures peaking at 27 degrees. Showers for Vietnam, Thailand, into Malay Peninsula, and we'll see some heavier showers, as I say, across parts of Borneo too. Here's our city forecast for the next few days. That showery theme continues, warm and humid with those showers, temperatures into the mid-30s. Now for Australia, it's largely fine and quiet. We've still got slightly above average temperatures across the far northwest. We've got some windier weather down to the south and a little cooler here, and some of that wind and rain continues into Tasmania. Now we keep that wet and windy theme just pushing towards the South Island of New Zealand for the start of the weekend. Not looking too bad into the North Island. No big surprises for the next 5 days to come either. We keep some settled sunshine despite a little bit of rain pushing into Sydney from Tuesday.